friends, I'm the vegan. I make a 5-minute pea soup today. My video will be a little bit longer, I guess, because I talk a lot. Yeah, but the 5-minute pea soup is one of my first recipes on YouTube. I'm so proud. I just blended peas here, sweet peas, green peas, whatever you call them, frozen, with almost boiling water. And the thing is, if you put just the right amount of almost boiling water on top of it, the frozen peas cool the water down to a temperature where it's still considered raw. I mean, you don't have to have it raw, but if you want, you can have this pea soup raw, even with boiling water. Yeah, that's interesting because the mixture makes it. The cool and the hot becomes medium, moderate, and then it's considered raw. I guess 42 degrees or so is considered raw. It always depends on how fast the heat goes into the plant from the outside in. And there is some tricks you can do to get some effects into raw food. I'm not all about raw food, but here in this video channel I make almost only raw food recipes for the simple reason it's so fast and easy and quick. And the produce here, the peas and avocados and cashews, you know, you get them right from nature as they are. You don't cook them and make a lot of difference there. So you taste them as they come from nature, and that makes it easier for me to begin cooking. So to be precise, I love raw food. I mostly eat raw food. I feel it's so great. But also, it is so easy to make, and it allows me to experiment, yeah, to find a lot out about the ingredients, yeah, how they play in nature. And when I cook, of course, it's difficult because the ingredients change a lot. Yeah, they change their textures and their flavors, their colors, very strong change. And that's not bad. From the health perspective, cooking can be very healthy too, there's no doubt. Yeah. But to me, there's no doubt. I mean, some people doubt it, but I don't. We can talk about that in scientific terms. If you're interested in that, you can also chat with me. Yeah, you can ask a question or say something under the videos in the comments or so, whatever you like. Yeah, we can. But now I make this quick pea soup. And it's considered raw, even if the peas are not perfectly raw. You can also take raw peas. Yeah, you can peel them yourself and then they're raw. These have been frozen, and usually they blanch it before they are raw, before they are frozen, so to make it a little bit more durable. And well, some say that it's not raw anymore. Okay, 100% maybe not, but I would say if you have certain foods that you cook, they get even healthier and more nutritious. And some foods, when you cook them, they lose a lot of nutrition. Broccoli, for example, is famous for that. If you cook broccoli, even if you steam it, even if you just blanch it, yeah, broccoli, that's super healthy, you lose the best of the broccoli. Yeah, that's a different topic now. But with the peas, that's not the case. You can heat it a little bit, it doesn't really matter. So there are, that, you know, you can generalize that. You have to see that from plant to plant, what they do with heat. I don't think there is any problem with peas. Yeah? You can even the peas, eat them raw. Some people wonder, why can I eat peas raw? Shouldn't they be cooked always? No, these young peas, they are perfect even if you don't cook them, and you can eat them raw. So. You know, they have a different flavor. If you eat them raw, I like this natural flavor. That's, to me, most important. And healthy food, if you have a whole food, plant-based diet, I mean, you can't almost go wrong. It's really super healthy, everything, yeah. Yeah, of course. Of course, there are health experts. They say, of course, you have to eat daily this and this and that. That's all right, yeah, of course, they are right, yeah. Omega-3 fatty acids you need every day, and so on and so on. Vitamin B12, of course, but there's not so much to know about that. And if you are unhealthy, or if you want to make the food for a whole country, yeah, if you want to say the nutritional guidelines for a whole country, then you have to discuss all these things. But not if you want to live a healthy diet for only for yourself and your friends. You don't need to be so concerned about these things if you are not sick, yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sick. I'm fit. I'm fine. I do my tree yoga practice every day. I have my whole food plant-based diet, and yeah, I breathe a lot. Yeah, I go walking. That's super. That's it. So I have now a cup or 2 cups of peas, and then I have a half cup of cashew nuts to make it creamy. And it's also nice to have half avocado in here. This is the classical pea soup here is with avocado and cashews. Or in other recipes earlier I had coconut oil instead of avocado, cashews. Well, cashews are better, I guess. Let's see what it tastes like. I haven't done it before, but I think it's okay too. Let's see. Cashews is easier now. And then the seasoning is black pepper, it's a teaspoon, and Himalayan salt, another teaspoon, and a small wedge of here onion, not too much. If you blend onion raw, you can spoil the flavor. But you know, especially the pea has a very subtle flavor. The pea has a nice gentle flavor, and you put too much to it, you can really overrun it. Yeah, you can. I want to taste that pea flavor, and just a little bit of onion, a little pepper and salt. That makes it really round. Yeah, pea likes onion, not too much, and if raw, even less, because onion changes completely its flavor if you cook it. But raw, it's very strong. So a small amount is only enough. And now, today, I put marjoram into that. Marjoram here, that is also an herb from the Mediterranean. Yes, that's from the mint family. It's marjoram, I have it dry here. This is, I would say, the perfect pea seasoning. Yeah, marjoram is really amazing. It is a slightly sweet flavor, a warm, sweet flavor. Of course, it's strong. It's an strong herbal flavor, but it is gentle at the same time and sweet a little bit. I would think it's a little bit earth-like. Marjoram, you have to try it with the peas, because now I can smell it. Yeah, it's like a green, like an outside. Like, you know, it's very nice. Herbs have a strong flavor, and it's very nice for a pea soup because the pea is also has a sweet tone, and that corresponds so nicely with the marjoram. Yeah, and also so nice with the onion. The onion also has a sweet flavor. You don't get that always. But there is a lot of sweetness in an onion, so that's why these play together so nice. So let's see now what happens when I put the almost boiling water on top. What I always do here, I have here the peas. They are until here. This is the place where the peas end. And if I put 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters above the water, then I found is the perfect amount. Yeah. So let's see. A little bit more than the peas. Yeah, that should be it. So I don't have the measurements, but this is what I do. Just 2 centimeters or so above the pea, and then you have the nice texture. And you can eat the pea soup right away. And there's a nice temperature. It was frozen, but now it's warm, a warm pea soup. Not hot, of course. Blender dance. Now let's see what happens. It's warm, it's nice, I can feel it. The texture looks also nice. I can see it. There's the fragrance. There is the marjoram fragrance with the peas. Yeah, that's what I like. And it's a little bit thick. Maybe I have to use a little bit more water, but let's see. First I taste it now. Awesome. Really, really nice. I put a little bit more salt, Himalayan salt. I just give a little bit on my hand before I put it into the soup because that can become an accent, just not more. Well, salt is a very essential part because it enhances the other flavors and it makes it round. You take a little bit too little, you don't have the perfect full flavor of everything. If you take a little bit too much, you spoil everything because then you only taste salt. So salt is not really a seasoning. It's not considered a seasoning by many chefs, let's say, because it adjusts the flavor. It gives the right ability of the food to go into your taste buds. It makes everything perfect. It's more like a like a transformer or so. So a little bit more water, just a little bit to make it not too thick. I like the soup or the texture of the soup a little bit creamier, not too thick. And let's see. One more blender dance. Could you hear the difference? Now the sound was even, like boop, and before it was woo woo. And that means also the texture is not perfect. It is too thick. The blender can't really do what it does. It goes back and forth. And when it's really this sound, the even sound, it's usually to me the sign that's now the right texture. And yeah, it looks now really a lot better. That's how it should look to me. But let's see what it tastes like now if I have the perfect amount, everything, and then I show it to you. Absolutely. Marjoram pea soup. You don't want to miss that. Here's my glass. Oops, there's something in. Okay. I show you what it looks like when it runs into the glass. Then you can impression a little bit better impression. See, this is the texture I like. It's creamy, but not too creamy. It's so important for soup that it's not too thick. I will decorate it maybe with a little bit of avocado pieces. Texture is perfect. It's a little bit like a pudding, almost. I like it. So try it, check it, and tell me how you like it. And I will put an avocado on top, maybe some pieces, a little bit of some salt crystals, some large salt crystals from, that's called a fleur de sel. But I'll do that in a moment, and then I show you a pic. You have seen it already, of course. I'm confused. Thanks for watching again. I hope you enjoy. And if you like my video, subscribe at MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.